Hi everybody, Marty Rubin here from the Argyle Theater, and welcome to another segment of Marty's Corner. And we have Taylor Gray here. Taylor Gray is currently killing it as Jerry Lee Lewis. So Taylor, welcome to Marty's Corner.
Thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure, it's our pleasure. So everybody knows I like to talk about sports a little bit. So in baseball, a five-tool player is somebody that's the ultimate compliment. Somebody that can run, that can hit for power, field, throw. You are a five-tool performer.
Shucks.
Yes, you are a five-tool performer. You do it all. You know, you sing, you dance, you're great in comedy, you're serious, but you play the piano like nobody's business. I mean, where did you learn to play the piano like this?
Well, from what I've been told, I've always played very loudly. I never really knew what dynamics were until I was in high school. But I've been taking lessons since the first grade, all until I graduated high school, and then when I hit college, I just kept on playing. But I didn't know how to play Jerry Lee Lewis's style until I auditioned for the first Million Dollar Quartet tour that I got cast in back in 2015.
Right.
And I learned specifically for that tour. And then obviously when you're an understudy, you just play the songs over and over and over and over and over again. And now the style is kind of ingrained into my hands.
Right, right. Now, how do you learn how to play the piano backwards? I mean, is there a teacher for that, or how does that work?
That you have to learn on your own, pretty much. The way I look at it is, once you plant yourselves and have your right hand pounding at the high stuff, you just have to go for muscle memory.
What comes naturally to you in terms of all of those gifts that I was talking about earlier, and what was harder for you to learn?
In terms of the show?
In terms of what you have to do as Jerry Lee Lewis in Million Dollar Quartet.
Well, the piano playing was one of the easier parts in a way. Getting the vocalizations down was actually one of the hardest things because he has such a specific vocal style.
Right.
But when you do your research, you'll learn that he had two major inspirations, Hank Williams and Elvis.
Yes.
Elvis when it comes to his lower register, and Hank when it comes to that almost yodeling aspect that he has in his higher range. But a lot of it too that took me a while to get to was the athleticism.
Yeah, boy, you were all over the place.
Yeah, because naturally when I play, I'm usually sitting down. I'm a lot calmer. Like right now, I'm not Jerry Leeing out right now. This is how I naturally am.
This is you.
But
this is Taylor.
Obviously, when we're in the middle of the show, I'm like stomping this foot like crazy, keeping time. I'm bouncing up and down. I'm waving my head so my hair is like moving along with me. And eventually standing on the thing, playing on it backwards, and then just getting all that in there without having to disrupt the music.
Yes, yes.
Because otherwise you sound like crap.
And you're unbelievable out there. When you're playing Great Balls of Fire, you know, a whole lot of shaking going on, and you got the crowd eating out of your hand. I mean, they are wild. There's wild applause. How does that make you feel?
I'll be honest, it makes me feel pretty good.
And it should.
Yeah.
And it should. Where are you from, Taylor?
Upstate, Rochester, New York.
Ah, okay. And where'd you go to school?
UB in Buffalo.
Very nice. Very well. My son went to Buffalo, so I'm familiar with that school.
Yeah.
Very much.
Very cold.
One thing I wanted to ask you. So you talk about how you feel when you make the crowd, you know, go crazy like that. At the end of the show, and after all the cheering is over, what do you want the crowd to feel as they're walking out of the Argyle Theater and they just saw Million Dollar Quartet?
I would probably say if they were around at the time of these four icons, they will go, wow, I feel like I was just at one of their shows. And this is just a trip down memory lane. And hopefully that they remember all the good times that was going on when all this music came into their lives.
Yes.
And for those who haven't heard of these guys before, or at least haven't heard their music, they go, so Carl Perkins wrote Blue Suede Shoes, not Elvis.
Right.
Because not a lot of people know that.
Very true. Very true. Well, listen, we really love watching you every night. You're a fantastic performer. We want to tell everybody that Million Dollar Quartet is playing here through Sunday, June 23rd. So come out, see Jerry Lee Lewis, Taylor Gray as Jerry Lee Lewis, killing it every night. They called him the killer, and he lives up to that. He kills it every night. So we look forward to seeing you all out here. Take care.